whole entire crew. We got Ayoka, we got EP88, Prime, and DJ Nick and Night.
Mr. Prime. Mr. Prime for the day.
Mr. Prime.
Good
DJ
night,
Nick and Night and our beautiful, handsome, loving intern is in the background, Molly G. I think he over there asleep or something. But and of course, Neighborhood Nick is in the building. Y'all, please follow my son's TikTok page, Neighborhood Nick. It's on TikTok. He wants to be a TikTok star, so make sure y'all follow him. All right. So anyway, so before the break, we had a real good discussion going, Prime. But we gotta wrap it up because we gotta get into the XTY segment. We gotta get into the goddesses of the earth. They got their little cards out. They've been in here shuffling. Some shit going down.
So I'm gonna give this the primology right here.
Girl, where is this
final thought?
Primology.
Conflict resolution and problem solving. Right.
What this got to do with anything?
This is the topic.
All right, go ahead.
It needs to start addressed. It need to be addressed with you first.
With me?
With you as a person. So
Me?
look in the mirror.
Face your mirror.
Look in the mirror again. This is all about that mirror, man. Look into the mirror.
Here go Ayoka. Look in the mirror.
And you gotta understand yourself. You gotta really understand yourself with this. You gotta understand who you are, because it's gonna be hard to deal with somebody else, and you want them to understand who you are, and you don't know who you are. So that is a good step to take in the conflict resolution and problem solving skills, man, that you should have in any relationship you are. You know, talk about your triggers, talk about things that, you know, really bother you, talk about things that don't bother you, know, and then be able to receive it from the other person as well. And then that should be let that be another step, man, to build a healthy relationship, one that'll last long, other than 6 months.
Right. I love that.
You're welcome.
Dope. And I
That's
just
prime. Hey, hold round, clap it up, round of applause. Let's go.
Oh, seriously? Oh, okay.
Nick and Prime the only ones clapping. Nick and Prime the only ones clapping.
Cut it out.
Because I'm not even gonna lie, because when he said to clap it out, me, Ayoka, and E was over here looking like what? And then him and Nick going to try to clap. It makes it seem like it's a lot of people clapping. Girl. But I think that's dope. And I just want to take it back to when we talked about in earlier, you know, with the whole Diddy Cat situation, just all that. When shit gets to the point where you feel like Prime and Nick are having a discussion and the damn mics is on, is y'all serious right now? See, I'm seeing.
Hold up. This how we gonna handle a problem real fast, right?
Conflict resolution.
Because you had a problem. We over here doing our man thing.
Right.
It's something
You
women
need to
do.
turn your
Women
mics
don't.
down.
And women don't ever want to see men happy and smiling. They have attitude. Look, a man could be in his sleep.
Prime, we gotta go.
We gotta go, right? But that's funny though how women trip like that.
We
But,
gotta go, Prime.
I'm sorry.
It's done. It's
That
done.
was it. I'm sorry.
Right, good.
I didn't mean to be disruptive.
Hey, don't do it again. That's it.
You know, we got STY questions.
Y'all about to
so
get into it. About to sum it up real quick.
Ain't nobody want to give a final thought.
I'm giving one. You just cut me off because you
I'm
and
sorry
Nick up
again.
here
I'm
talking.
sorry again. I apologize.
Girl, this shit means
That triggers you.
It
That
does. It
triggers you.
me.
My bad.
It triggers
I
me.
want him again.
Thank you. I have nothing else to say except for just going back to the whole situation we talked about earlier. Just everything. If you find yourself in any type of situation that you are uncomfortable, try and walk away and try to leave if you cannot. If you're feeling unsafe, you're feeling like, if you're feeling unsafe, try and leave, talk to a friend or do whatever. Ladies, there is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. It's 1-800-799-7233. There's also the Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network, National Sexual Assault Hotline, also known as RAINN, RAINN. And that is 1-800-656-4673. Remember, you do have an out. There are measures that you can take, to protect yourself. If you're living in a state that does not have a self-defense law, make sure you get a paper trail. Get you a paper trail. Get you a paper trail.
I have a problem.
And that's all I'm going to leave with. Get
problem.
you a paper trail. Prom, we don't got time for you. It's time for the
No, I
XTY
have a
segment.
problem. See, this the problem, right?
Well, it is what it is at this point.
It's supposed to be Men's Mental Health Month.
We gotta
And
stick
then
to
we
the.
talking
We gotta
about
stick to the
It's
schedule.
always, you know
Do
what
you
I'm
see my
saying?
hand,
It
T?
is,
Yes.
but then I'm being disregarded.
It is what it is at
You
this
see what I'm
point.
saying? But what's the Ask TY question?
Let's talk about that
You know,
next
we just
week.
gonna cope. We just gonna cope with it and keep pushing. That's what us men do.
Oh, you gonna cope
We
good?
we just adapt
We
to
can
our
talk about
situation.
your feelings
No,
next
it's
week.
Men's Mental Health Month. It ain't gonna be Men's Mental Health Month probably
We're
next
sorry.
week. December.
Well,
I'm sorry.
you got till next.
This was accountability and actually meaning it too. You know, y'all wasn't the problem. You know, you should have nothing to
Well, you
apologize
have
for.
next
It's
Thursday.
Tian. It's the issue. She's the issue.
That's fine.
She's
Well,
always.
we'll talk about your problem with me on December show, which
But
will
I don't
be.
want to wait that long.
Well,
I can talk about my
text me.
problem now.
Want to text me? Send an XTY
Yo, we can
question
address this
in.
now. What's the STY question?
Send an XTY question in. So
What's the one from last week?
I'm about to read it to you. You're not giving me a chance. You
But
didn't-
you got the phone up. You sit there
I
looking
pulled
at
it. I pulled-
Pepto-Bismol and Dayquil.
I pulled it up on the
You have
email
stomach
prime.
issues?
I pulled it up on the email
All right,
prime.
okay, all right,
Leave me
my
alone,
bad,
prime.
my bad.
You know they be having ads. So listen, if you have an XTY question or whatever, you can send it to 410-999-8937. You can also send it to our XTY page on Facebook and Instagram. You can send it to our DMs. You can also send it to our email at xty@gmail.com. Okay? So actually, I'm really pumped because somebody sent something into the email, which was really dope. We haven't got one of them in a while. So here you go. So you have a husband who's writing in about his wife. He said that his wife finally admitted that after 20 years, she was unfaithful to him. She slept with somebody at their church. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's pretty long.
Right.
She slept with somebody at their church, which the husband knows that, knows the person she slept with at the church. And then the second person that she slept with, she met at a bar. They developed a friendship, and when he went away on a trip, they got together. And they had some encounters. It happened 4 times with the person she met at the bar. And as a result of her infidelity for years, she has accused him of, cheating on her. If he looks at a woman a certain way, she gets upset. They end up arguing. She's very jealous and things like that. And then eventually that's when he found out that, she had cheated on him. So he said that at first they were extremely happy. Then once he found out about the infidelity, that happened, years ago, their relationship went downhill. And he's like, she's saying that she really wants it to work. He doesn't trust her. He doesn't believe her. He thinks that it's more that she's done, but she's just only admitted to. And he's having problems coping with the whole thing. And he doesn't want to get over it.
So
And hold on. Hold on. And this is last thing. And then he said that, lastly, he did find out just recently that she went away on a girls' trip and found out that something happened on the girls' trip with her and random individual on the girls' trip, in which she will not admit, but he went through some text messages and seen some things.
you know, let me tell you why I'm smiling over here.
Why?
Because we don't. It's never really heard about it on the receiving end as
It's
far
not.
as males.
Because it's always women. I'm not going to lie, it's women.
Right. So I think advice for him from me. Obviously, you love your wife, right? But you look at, just in my opinion, you probably that's who she is, right? So you gotta be able. If you're gonna be able to deal with that, or you gonna leave.
Is she for the streets?
She might be this, that, or maybe y'all need to tackle what's triggering that. Like, if you care about her that much, you know what I mean. Find out what the problems really are, and y'all may need therapy. You know what I mean. Get some counseling, and you gotta. I say always take the steps. Just don't jump. Just don't bail if you feel you've been sticking it out with her this long through all these situations. You gotta figure out who she is. Maybe she don't know who she is. You know what I mean? As a person, or we all change. This might be something that she just wants to do. I don't know. But I think take the steps. But if it's unbearable, then you just gotta, make your best decision. What's going to benefit you, and if y'all have a family, just make sure everything's in order.
Yeah, I guess my thing of it is my advice is you just need to do what's best for you. You do what's best for you. At this point, you don't trust her. I wouldn't trust her either, especially if I found out, 20 years ago that this happened. Now I'm finding out not 20 years ago, but at this point, just recently, you've been on this girls trip, which agreeing with Prime. Like, this is usually stuff that females encounter.
Yeah, but it's men's mental health month,
Yeah.
so we're gonna address the shit that us men go through. Oh my god. But yeah.
Did you hear how I got quiet? Like, girl. But no, but you're absolutely right. So I guess I don't know. I guess in my opinion, you need to keep seeking therapy. I think that you need to get some therapy to figure out what to do with your feelings, because it seems like you're still in love with your wife. You need to get some therapy. Whether or not she wants to get it or not doesn't matter. You need to get some therapy. Usually with therapy, it helps you work through the situation, and it lets you know, because this really isn't. I mean, from the outside looking in, you're not in a safe space, buddy.
How long they been married?
They didn't put that in there, but they said that they just said the question and said that 20 years ago.
Oh wow!
She admitted that 20 years ago she cheated on him.
So they've been together
with somebody at the church, and then she met a friend at the bar. That she, churches is the big. Hey, speaking of churches, we got to talk about that.
Okay.
Listen, Pips in the pulpit, organized religion, all of that.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
And I got a couple guests that want to come on. Y'all know I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
All right. So I Yoka and 88 and Nick. What do y'all think about that?
I don't really have much. It's like, if you gotta ask the question, you already know what you're gonna do for real. You just want validation. So if you're gonna stay with your wife, just stay with her. I mean, it was over 20 years. Talk about it. Get therapy if you need to. But I feel like when you done, you done.
I don't feel he's leaving.
Yeah, so if he asking questions about it and he needs advice, he's not going nowhere, because he probably did it too. So it's just that it's up in his face now, and he got to deal with it.
No, let the focus be on.
All right,
Yoka, please don't.
Okay, so we're going to take and totally disregard that.
You did it too, probably.
Okay. But the thing is, again,
but it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. But the thing is,
it go both ways. It go both ways.
Well, all right. On the flip side, though, it's all, when the man
I'm being reprimanded, y'all.
No, look,
sorry. I'm over the question now.
It's never said the woman did it.
I'm ready to start reading now. How much time we got?
Okay, so
we got a few minutes. Come on, let's go.
Baby, do your thing. Go and find you a therapist. Call it a day, and that's it. If you want to stay with your wife, you stay with your wife. But just know that at the end of the day, you got to deal with the results of this.
Men lie.
Bingo, and that's that. That's that.
And I'm sorry for jumping in like that.
I love this new Prime.
No, you didn't, because last week you
right. Did. Well, I don't love it now, but I'm just saying that so we can hurry this along. So go ahead. Like, we love you, Prime.
How many minutes we got?
We can knock this out.
All right,
7, 6.
So I know how
6 minutes. Go.
All right, so before we jump in, we always got to do our disclaimer. So you guys don't forget, flip your roles, take what you need, leave what you don't need, and use the spirit of discernment. If you ain't with it, skip it.
Yes,
okay?
Don't be in our inbox to talk shit, because we don't want to hear. So
flip your roles. Don't forget, if this isn't you, this is somebody that's connected to you's energy.
Exactly. So what we got is somebody is lying out of fear of rejection, which comes to avoiding things.
How y'all start off with that?
Okay, because this is like a consistent cycle that happens. It happens, that's what we were talking about in the break. It happens either the middle, the beginning, or before the end of the year closes out. These cycles are consistently being repeated. It's like you're not getting that. It's time
then the
for
next
you
minute.
to focus on yourself, your energy into yourself, what you want to do for yourself and what you really want, and stop bouncing back and forth.
It's that hot and cold energy.
There you go. This is where all the confusion comes in at.
It's hot and cold. But I mean, our cards, it's so funny how it works, right? Because our cards are basically clarifying each other. So with the world card coming out, is really saying that somebody has some self-limiting beliefs. These are belief systems that you hold on to about relationships, love, and things like that. And that's where the problem is at. But it looks like eventually somebody will see the bigger picture. Okay, and a lot of somebody's self-limiting beliefs and views on relationships and love has a lot to do with their disappointment of their past situation. So we got a situation here right now where somebody is allowing the past to dictate their now.
Keep allowing the past to come in and keep on dictating everything for your future. You have to break that cycle. One day you're going to wake up, because it happened to me. I was on the phone with a karmic, and it was like a light bulb went off, more like an epiphany. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. And he's like, for what? I said, for triggering my awakening, because now I can see that you're not even supposed to be in the picture anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes others longer to catch on than others, and that's okay. But eventually you're going to catch on. But this person has realize what they did was wrong because they're starting to see things in a different perspective, but they're also again bouncing back and forth between these decisions
Cold energy.
when they're trying to work on themselves and be a better version of themselves, but they keep on being pulled back.
So what it sounds like to me is that someone isn't operating, they're not balanced between their head and their heart. So you have to be emotionally balanced. You have to be able to be grounded enough to make these decisions and trust your intuition, because that's where the real power lies. It's like once you start to listen to your intuition, and your intuition is always going to send you on a path that brings you happiness, that brings you joy. It's more one of those paths that you choose, that you realize like, okay, I'm gonna take the more positive path. I'm gonna stop with these self-limiting beliefs. I'm gonna stop with the negativity, especially when it comes to relationships and love. I'm gonna release that idea that I once had. And now I'm going to move into a state of appreciation for the now and for the people that are in front of me. I have escaping. So this person has been avoiding, blocking, and pushing away the idea of it because of going back to
Being
EP.
scared of rejection.
Rejection. Okay, so somebody's dealing with a divine feminine energy that comes out. Also, we're saying to operate in divine feminine energy, which means you basically want to operate in that feminine energy, that nurturing energy, that intuitive energy, and bring that balance to yourself. So you balance in between the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang. Okay, but however, we dealing with a situation where it's like that, and it seems like this divine feminine I don't want to say the divine feminine may be chasing, but it's a chasing energy that is happening here.
I feel like the divine feminine is always chasing.
It's always chasing. So
Because
you
we're
chase.
always there.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, we always show
Because
up. We're always
Divine
there.
feminine energies are so resilient. So because of the resiliency, and it's also because of codependency why you may chase somebody. But at the same time, it's like you've been through so much, you get to the point where it kind of becomes habit
Inconsistent.
but it's toxic. Okay, so we know the laws, right? We do not chase, we attract. And this person is bluffing. So they're pretending. They're wearing a mask.
As always.
They faking. So they're trying to make it seem like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. But smack dead in the middle of the reading is the wedding card.
Look at that.
Does that mean that somebody getting married?
So somebody is
it's
bluffing
hard,
about their
y'all.
true feelings and trying to make it seem like.
Wedding bells.
Girl, I know these niggas love me.
So marriage
Listen,
is
marriage is in the air.
We're not repeating. You should have been listening the whole time. We got limited time. Yeah, she always be like chiming in at the last minute. So what y'all talking about?
But listen,
Yeah.
this person can also feel your energy
That mean
when
that somebody
they're
love me.
apart
I know
from
these
you,
niggas love me.
which makes me think that this is this person's twin as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
sharing,
divine feminine energy
a
on the
kind
board.
of connection there, where I feel like the divine masculine is feeling the divine feminine, even when she is.
It
not
just
there.
it's all about shifting your perspective and releasing your self-limiting beliefs. So let me ask you guys today this question. What is it that you need to release? What is that belief system that you're still holding on to that does not serve you in your now?
That is so funny, sis. We're going to keep on repeating this, okay? But we got two messages for everybody out there, okay? So you can't force your dreams to come true. Dreams can only be blown into the wind like feathers, after which we need to learn to trust, to be patient, and wait with our hearts open. Every day is a possibility for change, okay? Change, y'all. Change your way of thinking. Change everything that is holding you back. So you know what? You can be offered advice from all directions on how to best live our lives. The best way for you is the way to choose for yourself again and again every morning. Okay? So choose yourself over everything.
I love that.
Put
I love
yourself
that.
first.
That was a dope reading. This has been a dope show. Yeah, we will see y'all next Saturday, same time, same place. This is XTY. I'm Tian.
And to your yoga.
EP888, y'all.
Prom gotta go. Prom, we don't got time. The show's over, Prom. Just say your name and go.
Mr. Prom.
Mr. Prom. And we got DJ Nick and Night on.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.